In Lakesh and Veritas, everyone, happy today. Welcome to our high frequency living midday conversation and meditation today here on the Low of the Sun YouTube channel. Stephanie of the Sun will be joining me today. Welcome, Stephanie.
In Lakesh and Veritas, everyone.
Thank you for being here today. I'm grateful for our conversation. So before we start, I have a few announcements. High Frequency Living offers live streams which focus on high frequency living lifestyle topics like meditation and breathwork, wellness, and nutrition. Of the Sun classes and modalities like quantum light property clearing, soul translation, and light body movement. I am Diane of the Sun, owner of Lakesh Studio One, a franchise of the Sun. We offer quantum light property clearing services, truth and tea, call for the truth card readings, and other services and products. Looking for some clarity with a situation, like moving or a job change, relationship issue? Book a personal call for the truth divination card reading to get some insight into what is the truth of your experience. And these are the call for the truth cards. And they have many layers. They were created by Laota, Rasul, Laota of the Sun. And so if you're interested in getting more information, these cards are a great tool to get information. And also as we go through the card readings, it is also healing because we clear these blockages as we are going through the process. So if you're interested in signing up for a session, you can have a 1 card, 3 card, or a 9 card reading, and you can sign up at inlakeshstudio1.com. And if you're in the Atlanta area, I would be happy to meet you somewhere in the Atlanta area. So you can reach out to me at info@inlakeshstudio1.com. And if you missed our first book club for 2026, in Lakesh Studio One's Evolutionary Book Club, it was with Laota of the Sun for her Call for the Truth book, which she wrote before she created the cards. And if you missed it, it is on, you can listen to the recording on this YouTube channel. She talked about how she wrote the book and many great insights, and also she read a few pages, so that was really cool. So check that out. And if you'd like your own autographed copy of the book, I have some available at inlakeshstudio1.com. So our next In Lakesh Studio One's Evolutionary Book Club will be this Friday, February 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern on this YouTube channel. And we will be discussing the book, The Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean. And Tavares of the Sun will be joining as a guest that night. So hope you can join us because this book has a lot of good information regarding light. And if you're in the light body movement, it's really been helpful. Of the Sun has the ongoing light body movement, as we talked about, the first 4 Sundays of every month. And you can join this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern as we continue the exploration of our solar plexus. This will be the focus for the month of February. This is our sun. We are solar bodies. This membership is a great way to be introduced to and enhance your of the Sun practices, ideas, modalities, etc. It is only $45 a month for access to all sessions, live and recorded, all materials and meditations. You can register at ofthesun.com. Laota has taught these soul translation classes, and last month was energetic sensitivities. And Stephanie and I will be talking about that today. And it was a very expansive class. So if you're interested in learning more soul translation modalities, the next class will be in March on Tuesdays, March 10th, 17th, and 24th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Lota will be teaching this modality of reclaiming your sovereignty with freedom release. And the only prerequisite for soul translation class is the sun calibration class. And if you haven't taken it yet, it is offered now as a recorded class. And Tavares will be teaching the DNA activation in February, starting next week on Thursdays. Thursdays, February 12th, 19th, and 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. This class is a prerequisite class for the next Quantum Light Property Clearing class, Level 1, which will be offered in April. You can also sign up for an audit if you've been to the class previously. It's a wonderful healing time. And then Tavares will also be teaching another class in March. He will be teaching energetic protection and defense class. And this is also on Thursdays in March, the 12th, 19th, and 26th. This also is a prerequisite class for the next Quantum Light Property Clearing Level 1 in April. So if you have any questions about any class, you can reach out at contact@ofthesun.com. So that wraps up our announcements. So I invite you to join me in raising our vibration. Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call forth aid and support from all that is? We are one with all that is. It is flowing through us now. We feel the universal life energy of all that is. Shall we call forth aid and support from all that is? We are one with all that is. It is flowing through us now. We feel the universal life energy of all that is. Shall we call forth aid and support from all that is? We are one with all that is. It is flowing through us now. We feel the universal life energy of all that is. Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? And shall we call for the truth? Shall we call to see the truth in all that we see? Shall we call to hear the truth in all that we hear? Shall we have the courage to speak the truth? Shall we have nothing less than the truth in all of our experiences? Thank you, Stephanie, for joining our conversation today about the recent Of the Sun Soul Translation class, Energetic Sensitivities, that was taught by Laota. I know it was awesome for me, and I think it was for you as well. So
Yeah.
Before we start, if you'd like to share a little bit about yourself and your upcoming services you'll be offering with Of the Sun, I'm so excited.
Yes, I'm excited too. So, for those of you that don't know, I am going to be joining Of the Sun as the resident shaman. And what that is, or what I'm going to be offering with Of the Sun, is shamanic, spirit, animal, connection. And that is like a beautiful experience connecting you with your animal. Some people just have one, or some people have one for the current purpose that they're working on in their lives, and then it might change later, depending upon um, what it is that you're here to do on the planet. But what I find through that service is a lot of times when we have a hard time, or we feel stuck sometimes in where we are in humanity, sometimes and the animal world can come in and help bridge the gap for us and be able to show us a new path forward. And animals are very adaptive, so they can teach us a lot about their magic and who they are and what kind of essence and medicine that they can bring to you. So that's the first service that I'm going to be offering with Of the Sun. The second service is soul retrieval and integration of that portion of your soul. So soul retrieval can happen anytime that you have a disassociated part, or it could be that you find a place in your life that you're stuck and there's not a reason for it. You've worked on things and it still seems like I'm still stuck in this loop. Sometimes that happens when we have trauma. We kind of have pieces of ourselves that we leave back in the past. And so it's all about bringing all of those pieces into your current present so that you can have a coherent life experience in your now present moment. So that's really good. And then the third thing that I'm offering is the Harmony Collective. And inside the Harmony Collective is an awakening course that takes you through the Andean medicine wheel. And so you learn about mind, body, heart, spirit. You learn about how to bring cohesion and harmony into your life through that process.
Wow, that
So,
sounds
Diane, I'm curious as I speak to you about what it is that I offer. What is coming up for you? What feels relevant for you?
well, for me, all of these are relevant. I do have a power animal, but I would like to know a little bit more about that, and maybe I have a different one now because that was years ago. But
Yeah.
thank you for explaining in such detail. That was so wonderful to explain each service, so that we really know what to expect, moving forward. I know that people will be interested in all of these things. The soul retrieval is interesting too, because sometimes we don't know. As you
Mhm.
said, we keep working and working, and what is it that's stopping us? And then when you find out that information, it's like, oh, okay. When it lets go, or when you get your soul back, you know
Yeah.
that you can, and now you feel it and you can move forward. So I think
Mhm.
that'll be wonderful. And the harmony class sounds awesome too. That sounds very interesting to me. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that as well. So
Lovely.
I'm just going to
It'll be
acknowledge.
fun. And we're
Yes.
going to, sorry, it'll be fun. And we're going to have this stuff up on the website pretty soon. So
Okay.
we'll definitely make another announcement when it gets all put on the website.
Okay. Awesome. It'll be starting maybe in the next couple months ish.
Yeah,
Next. Okay.
probably. I mean, it's just a matter of how quickly we can get the stuff on there. The services are ready. It's just a matter of putting it up on the website.
Okay. Oh, I'm excited. Thank you. So I'd just like to acknowledge people in the chat. Thank you for coming. Stephanie Singletary in Lakesh and Veritas, Tavares in Lakesh and Veritas, Stacy in Lakesh and Veritas, and Lauren in Lakesh and Veritas, and Gina in Lakesh and Veritas. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. This will be a wonderful discussion and conversation Some of you on the line maybe have come to this class and maybe you have other comments, so feel free to put them in the chat. Um, but the energetic sensitivities was so interesting. I had taken it before, but this was so much more expansive. And a couple things that stood out for me in general from the class, which is happens with most of the all of the soul translation classes, is that it's always more to learn. Even if I've taken the class before, I know that there's more this time because I'm different. Lota's different. We're all different. The world is different. So it's always expansive. Energetic sensitivities, though, this is information. This is not anything to be afraid of, but just use the information to enhance our life experiences, to honor our body's subtle messages, because sometimes with sensitivities, it may be subtle and we may not really understand it until we get through it and then go, why does that always happen? And then, oh, okay. And what can we do about it? There's always a solution, and we can always take action. And one of the things that I've realized also is that to be grateful for these to come up, because then if they don't come up, then we're stuck. And so to move forward, we can clear this from ourselves and become our highest self. And these sensitivities, um, I'd like to get your take too, Stephanie, on the class and how you felt with the class.
Yeah, I really liked the class. And one of the things that I've noticed as I've taken, this is, I think, the fourth soul translation, third or fourth soul translation technology class that I've taken. And what I've noticed with it is that you don't have to know where these sensitivities started. You might actually, through the class, you might remember where it started. There was a few times that I had some remembrances of things, but there was also other things that I don't know where it started, but I can still clear it. I don't have to go find it. I can just simply use my calibration and know, oh, I am sensitive to that, and then it use the technology to clear it. So that was one of the things that really stood out to me. And I also had some things that came up that I was like, oh my gosh, I never put two and two together that was an energetic sensitivity that I had going on. So it was good.
Thank you for sharing. Yes, it is important that we know when we find out about it, it can be cleared whether we know where it started or not. I mean, if we want to, we can go deeper and find out, is this mine? Is this from a lineage perspective? Is it from just the mass consciousness? Did I just pick it up because it's out there? Because these sensitivities can come from many places. They can come from the environment, like the barometric pressure or rain, all those many energetic sensitivities from the environment. Or we can have sensitivities to the food. And some people have allergies, which are a little bit deeper sensitivities. But if you start with a sensitivity, you might be able to clear before it gets to an allergy. But a lot of times, I know Laota always talks about allergies as when you first had that food, what were you thinking? Or what was going on around you? When you had it, were you in a situation where there was an argument or some kind of argument or something happening, conflict, chaos happening, and that came into you with that food? So that's the same thing with the sensitivities too. If we've picked them up, in a situation. You know, we don't have to know all of that. We can go deeper, as you said, but there are many sensitivities from our, just like the sun, and the other planets, the planetary movements, the moon, all of those things, they do affect us because they're energy. And so we can be aware of that and clear around that. So, did you want to share anything, any specifics that you had? That
Yeah,
any
so
sensitivities?
I'll share a couple of things that came up for me that really stood out to me as we were going through the class. I noticed that one of the things on the list was hurricane. And when I saw that, there were many things that came forward kind of all at once, and that was I hadn't really put two and two together, that just the energy of vortex, or looking at vortex for me, what like did at different times cause sensitivity. And one of the things that I'm a quantum light property clearer, and we work with vortex energy in that. And when I do clearing, sometimes I start getting a little headache and I feel a little dizzy, a little disoriented. and
We're
so
in a vortex.
and so like being able to understand, oh, this is a sensitivity that, like, it's a good thing to have, to know about vortex, and to know the power that it is and what it can be used for, and the fact that it is a clearing force. But when we are out of alignment with it, then it can be very dizzy. um, and one of the things that came forward for me is, I grew up in Idaho. Tornadoes, hurricanes, stuff like that, that's not there, right? But when I moved to go to college, I moved to Missouri, and they have tornadoes. And the first year that I was there, I had lots of dreams about tornadoes. And it's really interesting. Something that's coming forward for me, even just on this call, is remembering what was happening for me during that time. Was I was moving away from home, and so there was a lot of deconditioning that I was shedding from, being raised in my home. So of course the vortex technology at that time was helping me to move through it. Um, but one of the things that when we talk about clearing, we're moving from a place of sensitivity where it kind of sometimes creates distortion. It creates a lot of maybe uncomfortability in our energetic field. We're moving from that into a place of wisdom. And when we reach a place of wisdom with the thing that we're sensitive to, then we can really be able to hone, there is that power available to me in the field. And that's something that I feel like really came forward for me.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. Yes, using the power that has come forward from this, looking at it from the power perspective instead of looking at it. Sometimes people will look at it from a negative perspective, but also I like what you brought forward is that the hurricane is the physical. Many people will just think, oh, it means the physical hurricane weather system that comes through. And that is part of it. But also, I like how you brought forward the vortex part of it and how that really coordinates with the quantum light property clearing too. And also in your life, as it helped you reacclimate where you were uh, when you moved. So that's pretty cool to see. And I think all of these have that aspect of them as well. They may have a name, but it also has specific other energetic parts to it. The barometric pressure or the altitude. The altitude could be from, I know Tavares talked about this in his, it was one of his in the class, where it was not only being born at the equator in Florida below sea level, and now living in the mountains in Georgia where it's above sea level. It's a physical thing, but it's also an elevation of of his soul, and it's where we are in our journey. It's that altitude as well, and we're rising into that. And as some people maybe have that, maybe they don't want to go to the higher levels. Maybe they want to stay in the lower levels, and that's okay. But that's just something that comes forward with information about how we can look at things. So thank you for sharing that about the hurricane. That's so
Yeah,
interesting.
was there one that like really came forward for you? I'm curious.
I had quite a few that came forward, and a couple of them were rather interesting. One that came forward was about clutter, and
Mhm.
and then house clutter too, both places.
Mhm.
And for me, clutter is about not only physical things, because I like to keep things rather organized. However, I have little pockets of mostly papers, and I realized that those papers are related to my brain too. It's clutter in my brain. It's not only physical clutter, but it's ideas of things that I want to do or things that I might want to do, and not getting them written down, or not looking at them and saying, okay, I've been carrying this idea around for 10 years. Is it still applicable? There's a lot of things that are still in there in clutter. So that was something that I've had to clear out clutter in both ways, physical, and so I'm clearing. And also clutter, like put it away in a closet or in the garage. Oh, maybe I'll use it later. And so I've been working on that, getting rid of things, and that's been helpful. The physical, along with doing the energetic clearing. So, but I think clearing the energy sensitivity has helped me move through the physical.
Mm.
That's
Yeah, I I could see where that would definitely be. They're connected. It's all connected.
it is all connected because we are all part of the physical world. We're the mental world, our spiritual world, our energetic world. We're part of ourselves. We're part of our families. We're part of our collectives. We're part of the world itself and all the cosmos. I mean, we have many, many parts that we are connected to. So I think that's a great opportunity. I have been thanking clutter for coming forward for me to address in many ways. So, but yes,
When you
go ahead.
when you say that, one of the things that I can see is that clearing away the clutter allows all of the energy to be focused to the thing that you want to align to, the
Mhm.
thing that you really want to have your energy, right?
Yes, exactly. Because sometimes if I'm not sure if everyone has these thoughts, but sometimes I'll get an idea in my head and go, "Oh, that sounds good. Oh, that sounds good," and then not do anything about it, and then it's just sitting there. And then I
Mhm.
need to take time to say, "Oh, I have this idea. I wonder if this is something I should pursue." And I haven't really done that. So to declutter, that is one of my projects, to declutter also for my mind, to help that get those ideas out of there and move on the ones, as you said, focus the energy on what really I want to do. So thank you.
Yeah. It's also the feeling that it feels to me is it's also a really good time for you to do that because right now is the time to start planting the seed, right? What are
Yeah,
the seeds that you want to actually plant?
starting.
Oh,
Yes, it's
yeah.
springtime. Getting to be springtime, starting seeds for many things, not only plants, but ourselves. So thank you. Did you have another one you'd like to share?
Well, one of the things that I wanted to share is the categories so that it kind of gives people a like what were some context. So the categories for these energy sensitivities are environmental, emotional and mental, social and relational, spiritual and cosmic, and then physical triggers. And and one of the things that I've seen with my clients as I've been working with them, if someone comes to me and I see this more often than I would like because I can tell that people, the clients that come to me, are really wanting for their spiritual gifts to open up. And if I can see in their body that they have a lot of inflammation, then the signal isn't getting in. And so I can even see that they would be very sensitive. They would be able to sense or they would be able to have their third eye open up or whatever it is if they didn't have the the inflammation that's in their body. And so I think what one of the things that I can see with soul translation technology, knowing that we have now have the ability to look at the energetic triggers, being able to take those places that are stuck or maybe that it's overloaded, those sensitivities have overloaded your body. And so then you're in a place of inflammation with all of the energy that's being flooded. Think of like allergies. When we release those, then we can actually be in the place of wisdom, of the sensitivity that we have. So that's one of the things that is like, as I was thinking about what do I want to talk about on the show, that's one of the things that was coming forward. Um, Diane, have you had any? I know that I've felt that within my own self, that the more that I'm able to clear away debris in my body, clutter in my body, clutter in my energetic field, that the more I'm able to be like a clear channel for like the energy that's in me and around me. So, anything coming up for you around that?
Yes, I agree with that. As I clear this clutter within me, new thoughts come forward. You know, something came up this morning for me. I was working with the inner child, and something I have known about and I've talked about for some time, and I thought I had cleared it, came up. And it was so fascinating because I was able to go deeper into it. Was something my mother had said to me. And then this morning, what came forward was, why did she say that to me? And I never thought about it in that way before. I just kept on, oh, she said this to me all the time. And then I was like, oh, now I know, I understand why she said it to me. It was herself, it was her own thinking. But I was able to go deep and clear that this morning. So, but each time I find something different. And so it's interesting as we clear all that inflammation physically. Yesterday, I did a 1 day citrus cleanse. So I attribute that to this opening up this morning for that
Mhm.
extra help. So
Yeah.
I like that idea of the inflammation, understanding that that is a blockage of
Mhm.
us getting our information that we need to get. So. Thank you for bringing that
Yeah, for
forward.
sure. Also
Yes.
in the class, one of the things, especially on the third round, on the third day of the class, because we were kind of all going deeper in being able to um, read it in other people and ourselves. One of the things that came forward was this idea of wisdom. And as we were going through the list of 30 or so of that last class, one of the things that I noticed is I was getting information from my guidance of ones that I had reached the pitch of wisdom within. So at some point, I had been able to integrate the sensitivity too. And so that was interesting. I also found that there were other places that, so like one of the energies was full moon, and when I asked about the sensitivity for myself, what I received from my guidance was that I'm in allowance of it. That it's not quite necessarily wisdom, but I'm in allowance of it. So it's almost as a place from my sensitivity that I could see where I'm willing to co-create with the energy. Um, I'm moving toward the wisdom of being able to understand what it is. Um, so that was one of the things that came forward that was interesting in being able to tune into the nuance of these sensitivities for me was a good thing.
It is. And as you mentioned, it was a good thing for you to move into the understanding of the full moon and your allowance of it, and you're moving as you allow more, you will get more wisdom through that. So it is wonderful to use these in many different ways, because sometimes the sensitivities can bring up something that's physically in our body too, like an allergy or a food or dairy. And that is also something that we can use as protection. Like if you have a sensitivity to dairy or nuts or different food chemicals in the food, that actually came up for me as a sensitivity. And I was like, I don't eat any chemicals in the food, but I have in the past. And it's just an awareness for me to say, stay away from that because it's not good for you. And so I think that's another way of looking at these sensitivities in a physical way. So thank you.
Well,
So
Diane, I think, yeah, one of the things when you say food chemicals and, like this brings up a good point in that when you have the knowledge, then you can get proactive about this sort of things, right? Where you can be like, okay, I'm going to minimize these things that are in my life if it happens to be a thing that I can minimize. And I can also be proactive and clear it so that if I'm around food that is chemically processed, I'm not being disturbed by it, even if I'm not ingesting it. And
yes,
so that's one of the things that I feel like I've found through soul translation technologies. This is like the third different thing, and Lois has told me a couple of different times. I didn't realize that in my family doesn't have the um, the pattern of being proactive about things. Instead, we just get reactive and respond when there's a trigger, right? But instead, you can look at this and you don't have to be in trigger, you don't have to be in reaction to something. You can instead get proactive and be like, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna clear the tornado thing before the next tornado, you know, uh, uh, season comes around. Well, that's easy. Isn't it easier to clear allergies before it's allergy season for you? That makes a lot of sense. Why wait until you're irritated at a 10 out of 10 to do something about it?
That's a good
So,
point. That's a wonderful point. So there's a couple comments here I'd like to share. Gina, thank you. She says, thank you for the reminder about inflammation. I have had RA on and off since I was 10, and it's just been the last couple of years that I realized that it is here to teach me something and that I need to go within and clear blockages from things that have happened in my past and also the foods and things that I put in my body. I'm grateful for Of the Sun and your teachings. Oh, thank you, Gina. Yes, that
yeah.
is it is an awareness, and I'm glad you are finding benefit from this. And yes, going within, that's always where it's at, because a lot of times I know for me in the past, I have been, oh, it's out there, it's somebody else doing something to me. Well, I brought it into me. So it's even these sensitivities, you know, we've accepted them in some way for our lessons to be learned, probably. That's how I look at it. Like, okay,
Yeah.
and to bring myself forward into understanding what they are so I can either use them to my advantage, like you are using the full moon, or letting it go, or also using the hurricane, the vortex energy. I mean, we can look at these in so many ways instead of just the one way that many people have thought, that I've thought in the past, you know. But there are 105 in this list, and we can always add more. A few more came forward for me recently. And also, what I was thinking about the energy sensitivities was that once we clear them from ourselves or we know about them, we also can clear them in our quantum light property clearing when we're clearing our home, because these sensitivities are now in our home as well. So, because they've been in us. And so, for the and of course mine came up home and clutter, so I did need to clear it, and I clear clutter anyway all the time, because that's a general category in property clearing, but I need to go a little deeper when I'm clearing that. But what a great opportunity to go deeper for our personal clearing of our bodies, with the clearing of our environment too, with the property clearing, quantum light property clearing. So I thought that was kind of a cool um, adjunct. So,
Yeah.
all righty. So I thought what we would do is do a little bit of Ho'oponopono today to help us clear our energy sensitivities. Did you have anything
Sounds
else
good.
you want to share, Stephanie, before we move into that?
No, I think it's perfect. Oh, do we want to share what the next soul translation class is about, real quick?
Yes, the next soul translation class in March is about freedom release, reclaiming your sovereignty. And so, what Lota likes to say about that is it's like we give pennies away, so we don't always see where we've given our energy, where we've said the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag in school for how many years, and we've signed a contract for something. We've given a vow to a church or to someone or something. We've given, even this was actually a lawsuit that was filed. I don't remember where it was, but it was a mother was very upset. She had found out that her child had been to a park. I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it was Great America or something, those types of parks,
Mhm.
amusement parks, that when they had the ticket, the child was energy was taken by them buying that ticket. And there was a lawsuit about this. The woman was very upset with whatever uh, adventure park this was. And so that's something we're mostly not aware of that. But you buy a ticket somewhere, you're giving some part of your energy. You're giving a penny or maybe more, for all these
Mm.
different things, Disney World, Disneyland. I mean, all those Great America and all those adventure uh, parks, they're taking some part of energy and you're not always aware of it. And so with this freedom release class, you get the opportunity to list all those things. There's ideas, there's categories. So what about your credit card? You've given them, or your bank, or, you know, you've signed a contract for a lease, or you signed a contract for your home purchase, or your job. You maybe had to sign papers for your job, or, I mean, there's so many layers of this. And so once we bring that all forward and clear that, that really brings some energy back. It's sort of like what you're talking about, soul retrieval. It's retrieving your energy that you've given away. And so it's going to be a wonderful class. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
I did do
I'm looking forward to it even the more that you talk about it. I'm like, whoa, yes. I mean, think about there's tons of class action lawsuits of people that are doing, companies and things like that that are doing things that they know aren't right, but they're still doing it anyway. And we are not, I mean, we're saying, yeah, we agree to your service, but we don't know in the agreement that what we're giving away. So I love this idea. Very good.
I, I think most of it is unknown, or we're unaware, because we've not really been taught that there's always an exchange when you do something. So if you're giving someone money for something, you get something in return. And yes, you might get a fun day at the amusement park, but you're also, what else is the cost of that as well? So it'll be
Yeah.
very interesting. It's a wonderful class to really help us clear another opportunity to clear our souls, which is what the soul translation, all those modalities, Lotte has put together as pieces that we can help ourselves clear once we know and understand what it is that we can do about it, instead of being a victim for anything. So it really gives us power, these all of these soul translation classes. So for the soul translation class in March, if anyone is interested in that and they haven't done a soul translation class before, or haven't had the soul, or the sun calibration class, that is the only prerequisite, is the sun calibration class. But it is available as a recorded class, so you can check out. You can contact at ofthesun.com for that information, and for any other class information that you're looking to get, you can always contact them. So I don't know, something happened to Stephanie. I hope she'll be back. I'm sure she'll be back. So let us take a moment and get ready for our Ho'oponopono for a few moments, maybe about 5 minutes. So get in a comfortable position, and let's take a deep breath in for a count of 4, and exhale for a count of 6. Let us call for the highest possible vibration. Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? And shall we call for the truth? Shall we call to see the truth in all things? Call to hear the truth in all that we hear. Have the courage to speak the truth and accept nothing less than the truth in all of our experiences. And shall we now move into our Ho'sponsibility Ho'oponopono meditation? And this is repeating 4 statements. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And we repeat these, and we are saying this to ourselves. So let's get started. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. All right, take a few deep breaths in and exhale out. And return to your bodies, return to your spaces. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the short Ho'oponopono responsibility meditation and take that with you throughout your day. It's helpful. And thank you, Stephanie, for joining today. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. And
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your insights and welcome to Of the Sun family. Excited for all of your new services and class. I'm excited to try them. So, and I'm sure they'll be on the website very soon.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. So keep a lookout for all of Stephanie's new services and classes coming forward. And as always, check out all the classes and at ofthesun.com. Hope to see you next time. And don't forget, on Friday, we'll be talking about the Emerald Tablets of Thoth at 7 p.m. Eastern on this channel. And also tomorrow at noon is Lao Ten Tavars have their conversations. So hope to see you there. Thank you again, Stephanie. And thank you everyone for joining in the chat. In Lakesh and Veritas, with honor, respect, and gratitude to everyone.
With honor, respect, and gratitude. Thank you.